in our school, the first thing we teach you is how to learn independently. Huh? Did you ever have a class in school on independent learning? No, of course not. Because they don't want you to be independent. They want you to be dependent on them. So anyway, they force you to go through all these different subjects one by one. The whole thing's planned out, comes down from some central committee somewhere, and then everybody has to go through the whole, every step, you know, 2, 3, 4, in a group, at the same speed. What's wrong with this picture? Nobody is allowed to think independently or act independently or use their intelligence or their initiative. That is strongly discouraged. What is encouraged is herd behavior, and that's the real message of modern education. So everyone has become a very well-trained herd animal. Congratulations, here's your diploma. Now you can go to work for this big corporation and be a member of that herd. Isn't that wonderful? But the very first thing when you come into our school, as soon as you get past the introduction, you get a course on how to learn. And this course teaches you how to learn anything independently, by your own initiative, your own desire. And you can take it at your own speed. Once you get through our learning course and you know how to learn, you can teach yourself anything. Of course, we prefer that you teach yourself the esoteric teaching. At least teach yourself that first, and then you can go learn anything else you want. So from that point, you can go through any of our courses in that package in any order and at any speed, or even do 2 or 3 at the same time, according to your capacity. It's completely wide open, completely free. And there's no grading. You don't get A, B, C, or percentage grade. Because why? Hey, you're the one who's learning. If you really want to apply this knowledge, then you'll take the time to learn it right. It's up to you. It's for your benefit. And the more effort and time and care that you put into your learning experience, the more you're going to get out of it. You see? So right away, we try to liberate you. I don't want to have a bunch of robots just, you know, marching in step through this pre-programmed course. Yeah, there are certain things that you need to know, and we have those all in the course. But you're free to learn them in any order that you want. You see the difference? It's a difference in attitude. And yes, we have our requirements. We'd like everyone to become a pure devotee. We'd like everyone to become fully honest and ethical. We'd like everyone to stop fooling themselves about who they really are and what they're doing in this world. We'd like everyone to reach a state of pure Krishna consciousness where their material desires are finished and their spiritual desires are fully awakened. And then they get their satisfaction from Krishna. Because guess what? When you have spiritual desires, Krishna fulfills them directly, more or less immediately. But when you have material desires, then you have to go through karma and time and cause and effect and all that nasty stuff. And nobody really gets satisfied by chasing material desires. Let's be honest with ourselves. The more you chase material desires, the more suffering you're going to experience. I don't expect you to believe that, but if you watch your life, and you'll see that it's true. The more you chase material desires, the more trouble and suffering you're going to find yourself in. That's just the way it is, folks. You know, like I say, I don't make the rules around here. I just work here. I'm just the assistant. My guru, Srila Prabhupada, he created this mission to preach in the West. And we're just sort of finishing up for him and taking it to the next generation. And we're not trying to start a big organization. We're not trying to, make a bunch of money or have a bunch of followers. That would be exhausting, frankly. We don't need that. I want to have a happy old age. So I don't feel overly ambitious or terribly, I don't desire a big whatever organization or anything like that. But what I would like is that I would like intelligent people to take my spiritual master's books very seriously and actually follow the instructions that are there, and actually put those instructions into action in their lives. And then they'll benefit. It's like if you really want your benefit, you really want a good life, and you really want happiness and satisfaction, you'll take my advice. That's the essence of instruction, like Rupa Goswami says. The essence of instruction is to follow those instructions because they're there for your benefit. They're not here to benefit us. We already got the benefit. I could go anytime and sit under a tree and just chant, and I would be fine. In fact, I just might do that. But first, I want to make a handful of disciples who are capable of carrying this path through to its conclusion, and then sharing with others, just the way I have. Okay. That's the essence of instructions. So are there any questions? Pass the mic.
There's not a particular question. The general topic in the chat is about, I have problem with stopping this principle or following this regulative principle, and someone else says, I have a problem following this other principle, and like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like addictions and things like that.
We're going to talk about this tomorrow, actually. I had planned to spend tomorrow's Sunday satsang talking about anarthas again. We started this discussion of anarthas in a previous, I think it was evening darshan, and we didn't get to finish it because of something or other. There was a power outage or something. I forget what it was. Or it got late or something. Anyway, I want to go over this subject again. I posted on the social networking site a PDF file of the material on anarthas, everything that I was able to find, at least the categories of anarthas, if not a list of specific anarthas. So we'll spend tomorrow going over this. But the interesting thing that came up was that there's a verse, a shloka in the Padma Purana that says that the anarthas, the unwanted things, the things that diminish our fortune, our spiritual fortune, they are due to the inability or lack of desire to follow the principles in the scriptures. And of course, the principles are no meat, fish, or eggs, or onions and garlic and things like that in the mode of ignorance, and offer all your food to the Lord. No illicit sex, and illicit sex means any sex life which is not according to religious principles for the generation of first-class children by means of the garbhadhan samskara. And since I haven't taught anybody the garbhadhan samskara, because they haven't asked, that means basically we should all be celibate. This is a very bad time to bring children into the world. I mean, this is a crazy time to want to have kids. So right now, I think the best thing is for everyone to just remain celibate. Then after, if we get through to 2015 or so, then maybe we can start thinking about making more kids. Or you can think about it. I'm not going to think. And, then there's no gambling or speculation. Speculation means gambling with knowledge by accepting sources of knowledge that are imperfect. Like basically anyone except Krishna. Krishna is giving perfect knowledge in the scriptures. There's no need for any other knowledge. And finally, no intoxication. And intoxication can mean anything from drugs through, even tea or coffee, anything that causes an addictive response in the body.